Secretary of War Pete Hegseth and Secretary of State Marco Rubio will brief both Senate and House lawmakers about those strikes on alleged drug boats in the Caribbean.
This as the U.S. military releases this new video of strikes against 3 vessels in the Eastern Pacific yesterday that killed 8 suspected narco-terrorists.
Florida Senator Ashley Moody will be attending that briefing in just a few hours, but ahead of it, she joins us now. Senator, thank you so much for joining us. There are senators on both sides of the aisle who want more clarification on these strikes and the legal justification for them. What do you think about this, and what questions do you hope are answered today?
Of course, senators want to talk with Secretary of War Hegseth and Secretary of State Rubio. They're coming over to the Hill to give us a classified briefing. As you know, there have been boat strikes both in the Caribbean and in the Eastern Pacific. President Trump came in very strong in his administration and said, we're going to take the escalating number of deaths in America. As you know, over 100,000 Americans die every year. Compare that to the 80s when we were in a crisis and Nancy Reagan first said, just say no. We lost 3,000 people a year. So think about the difference there. This was a national emergency. President Trump said no longer. I'm going to take this role as protecting our country seriously. He first declared these these drug organizations foreign terrorist organizations. That was something that I pushed as Attorney General, and I saw the devastation in our state. And you saw yesterday he took the very serious step of declaring fentanyl a weapon of mass destruction, which is going to, again, bring resources to bear, personnel, coordination, all of these things that I demanded as Attorney General of Biden. And of course, it fell on deaf ears. So it's so good to see a commander-in-chief taking his role seriously and protecting Americans. And I look forward to hearing from Hegseth and Rubio this morning to update us on our efforts to go after these narco-terrorists.
Senator, let's get into a little bit more of that executive order that does classify fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction, specifically illicit and illegal fentanyl. The order says that fentanyl is more like a chemical weapon as opposed to being a narcotic. We think of it in terms of a drug. A chemical weapon we do not think of in terms of a drug. What does this mean? What does this mean to the fight to keep Americans from being killed, Senator?
Yeah, such a great question, and so important to make sure you're distinguishing fentanyl compared to other controlled substances. As we saw the death toll escalate from fentanyl and the drug organizations smuggling this into our country, in Florida, for example, you would have law enforcement roll up on a gas station and you would have 10 people splayed out on the ground at a gas station because they were exposed to fentanyl. We saw dangers to our law enforcement officers that were exposed to fentanyl. We have seen studies done where if you can get this airborne, it can be incredibly dangerous. I've been given information about the possibility of this being stockpiled. And remember, only the amount of only 2 grains of sand, compare that to fentanyl, that's lethal. That's lethal. And so it's incredibly lethal, incredibly dangerous, the likes of which we have not experienced before in terms of the death toll in our country. And so you've got to take steps in compliance with the law to make sure that we're using the appropriate resources, the appropriate manpower, and the appropriate aggression to make sure we're protecting Americans and this country. Remember, we are losing more people to fentanyl than we've lost in wars. And this is a coordinated effort by these organizations that have more resources, more manpower, more coordination than many nation states.
That's a great point.
That's what we're up against. We are in a war against these organizations. I commend President Trump and his administration for taking it seriously.
42,000 overdose deaths due to fentanyl between April of last year and May of 2025. The goal is to get that number down as we mourn the loss of every single one of them. Florida Senator Ashley Moody, we thank you for your time. Thanks, as Senator. Always. Have a great day.
Great
we appreciate it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.